Further moving on to the brain can be divided into forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain is further divided into three functional parts: the thalamus, the limbic system, and the cerebrum. Thalamus carries sensory information to the limbic system and cerebrum. The information includes sensory input from auditory and visual pathways, from the skin and from within the body. The limbic system is all located in an arc between the thalamus and cerebrum. Limbic system works together to produce our most basic and primitive emotions, drives, and behaviors including fear, rage, tranquility, hunger, thirst, pleasure, and sexual responses. Portion of limbic system is also important in the formation of memories. The limbic system consists of hypothalamus, the amygdala, and hippocampus, as well as nearby regions of cerebrum. The hypothalamus, through its hormone production and neural connection, acts as a major coordinating center controlling body temperature, hunger, the menstrual cycle, water balance, and the sleep-wake cycle, etc. In the amygdala, cluster of neurons produce sensation of pleasure, punishment, or sexual arousal when stimulated. It is also involved in the feeling of fear and rage. This is the diagram of a human brain. A section through the midline of the human brain reveals some of its major structures like pituitary gland, hypothalamus, cerebral cortex, meninges, skull, corpus callosum, thalamus, pineal gland, and the hindbrain including midbrain, cerebellum, pons medulla, and spinal cord. Standpoint 10 shows us the limbic system and the thalamus. The limbic system extends through the several brain regions. It seems to be the center of the most unconscious emotional behaviors such as love, hatred, hunger, sexual responses, and fear. The thalamus is a crucial relay center among the senses, the limbic system, and the cerebral cortex. Hippocampus plays an important role in the formation of long-term memory and thus is required for learning. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and is divided into two halves called cerebral hemispheres. These halves communicate with each other by the means of a large band of axons called corpus callosum. Tens of billions of neurons are packed into this part. The outer region, the cerebral cortex, forms folds called convolutions, which greatly increase its surface area. This part receives sensory information, processes it, stores some in memory for future use, directly voluntary movements, and is responsible for the poorly understood process that we call thinking. The cerebral cortex contains primary sensory areas where signals originating in sensory organs such as eyes and ears are received and converted into subjective impressions such as light and sound. Nearby association areas interpret this information. This area is involved in speech and also receives and interprets sensation of touch from all parts of the body. This area is also a center for sending impulses to the voluntary muscles, controlling the movements. This is also involved in the intelligence, reasoning, and the judgment. The left cerebral hemisphere controls the right side of the body, and the cerebral hemisphere controls the left side of the body. Midbrain is reduced in humans and it contains auditory relay center and center that controls reflect movement of eyes. Midbrain contains reticular formation, which is the relay center connecting hindbrain with the forebrain. Reticular formation is very important in screening the input information before they reach higher brain centers. Hindbrain includes the medulla, pons, and cerebellum. Medulla controls several autonomic functions such as breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and swallowing. Certain neurons in pons located above the medulla appear to influence transition between sleep and wakefulness and the rate and pattern of breathing. The cerebellum is important in coordinating movements of the body. The cerebellum guides smooth and accurate motions and maintains body position. The cerebellum is also involved in the learning and memory stage of storage for behaviors. It is best developed in bird which is engaged in the complex activity of flight.